Secretary Quinlan Joe. I'm the proud superintendent of Bourne Public Schools, and I am delighted to be here tonight for our salute to seniors. Thank you. We have a few different parts to this program. Most excitedly, we have a senior internships showcase right after this short speaking program, so do stick around for that. But as we begin, I would like to welcome up someone who has been a pioneer for our school district and has a passion for career education. She really is one of the main driving forces for all that you'll see tonight. So please join me in welcoming to the podium Anne-Marie Strode, the school district.
Thank you all for being here. It means a lot to the program, and I know the students for sure. They've been working hard all year long, and I think I said to a few people that we said, oh yeah, in May we'll have this showcase, and we're going along, and then all of a sudden it's May. I don't know how we got here so quickly, but your students did a wonderful, wonderful job this year, and they're just phenomenal human beings. So thank you. I want to thank you for that. It's an honor to stand here and celebrate the hard work of these senior interns. When we started this journey almost a year ago, I was confident that this group of students would rise to the challenge set for them, as they were the first cohort of seniors to engage in work-based learning as a class. It is not easy to be the first, to trailblaze, to do what others have not. But this group rose and exceeded that challenge. Not without some bumps in the road, but from that, there was learning, there was opportunity, and there was growth. What more could we ask for? These internships provided students with work-based opportunities that they can draw upon in their future. Some realized that this experience will be part of their future plan, while others maybe realized that it would not. In either case, the experience was important as each student explored their career path. I want to thank the community mentors that supported these students over this past year. Your patience and flexibility as you shared your knowledge with our students has made a lasting impact on them. And we are very grateful for your continued support of our interns and students of Bourne High School. I'd like to also thank the district administration and specifically Bourne High School Principal Mrs. Setner, Kim Iannucci, and my colleagues for their trust, patience, and support throughout the start of this program. Most of all, I want to thank these senior interns. You have taken a risk. You tried something new. You trusted in the process. You are the reason the program is successful, having almost 60 interns signed up for next year. Future cohorts of senior interns will stand on the shoulders of giants. You are those giants. I am proud of the dedication and commitment you showed to your placement, to your school, but most of all to yourselves. I am truly honored to be your teacher.
For those of you who know Ms. Strode, she says, I'm going to try to keep it together and not cry. She did a great job, right? That was awesome. Mistress of Ceremonies, that's a fun title. I do have the honor of thanking folks who came here tonight. So before we go any further, I do want to recognize a few people who came tonight to celebrate our seniors. So I'd like to recognize our town administrator, Marlene McCollum. Our chief of police, Brandon Easton. And chief of fire, David Cody. We also have several school committee members here. If you wouldn't mind giving a little wave, I see a bunch of you here. So Emily Barrett, and Maureen Bullock, I see you there. We have many of our administrators here from all the different schools. It's really fun to see students rise up the ranks. So for all that are here tonight, thank you for coming. I won't call you all out, but they're definitely here. We have many teachers that are here tonight. Teachers and people who work in our schools, thank you for coming to support our kiddos. And then we also have a few honored guests from the Department of Education. So I'd like to welcome here and thank her for coming, Ms. Jennifer Guatkin. And Ms. Jamie Camacho from the Department of Education. All right, now someone who also needs no introduction, who has been doing so much work not only at our high school but throughout the district. I'd like to welcome up Amy Setner from Bourne High School.
Thank you. Welcome, everyone. The landscape of public education is ever-changing, and we have both recognized and embraced the need to evolve our school programming to include increased opportunities for all students to access coursework that enhances both college and career readiness. Creating opportunities for our students to see themselves in their coursework, really just to understand the connection between what they are learning, why it's important, and for that to extend well beyond the walls of Bourne High School. Has been a driving force to our work to evolve Bourne High School from a traditional educational setting to one that embraces a student-centered approach to learning that supports continuous exploration and continued growth. Resulting in this work is the development of a comprehensive School to Careers program with required coursework for all students at all grade levels. This was as a result of the hard work of Anne-Marie Strode. Career exploration for our grade 9 students, the modern workplace for grade 10 students, personal finance for grade 11 students, and the senior internship program for our soon-to-be graduates, which is the focus of our celebration this evening. I cannot think of a better group of students to spearhead our new internship program than the class of 2023. And tonight, after you meet them, don't just take my word for it. You'll see for yourself. This evening, you will hear from 37 of our students about the unique and exciting opportunities they have had this year to explore the world of work. For some, this experience reinforced their postgraduate plans, and for others, this helped them maybe turn in a different direction. Both of those experiences are equally valuable. More importantly, I can't think of a better educator than Anne-Marie Strode to spearhead this work. Her dedication to the needs of our students and to our school and the district at large have had a tremendous impact on our students and our curriculum, and I anticipate that she will continue to have impact for many years to come. I'd like to thank her for her hard work and dedication in bringing our goals to fruition. It's been hard work, but with all of your help, we certainly have made tremendous progress. So thank you, Anne-Marie Strode.
Thank you, Principal Setner. We started talking a little while back, what is the Bourne advantage? Why would students want to come here? We know it's a special place. We know that they have an outstanding education, but what else is that special something? And we really started talking about reimagining education. I think you heard it in Ms. Setner's speech and also Ms. Strode. It's really about relevance. Why should I learn this stuff? What is it going to mean for me as I grow older, as I go through college, through career, all the things that I want to pursue? And also, what's that connection to community? Because one thing that Bourne really has as a very special jewel is the strong connection to our community at large. And as you can see right here, all of our interns are out in our community, whether they're in our schools or in our different departments or in our small businesses. They really are, at the same time as they're learning something, they're giving back. So that's very special. I'd like to welcome to the podium for this last piece of our salute to senior interns, Dr. Barbara Starkey, who is Assistant Superintendent of Teaching and Learning and also driving force with all of this work. Barbara?
Trying not to use the microphone. You can probably hear me without it. Is that correct? Can you hear me without the microphone?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you for asking me to share a few words with you at this first annual Senior Internship Showcase and Future Educator signing. It really is a privilege. As we all know, 1 is a really important number. It takes 1 second to change a life, 1 voice to make a difference, 1 person to start a movement, and 1 drop to start a waterfall. You, interns of BHS, you remind me of that 1 drop, the one that starts a waterfall. You are a collective one, a first drop that with the help of Mrs. Strode, the support of Principal Setner, and the reception of many, many community partners, you took a risk and you cascaded over the cliff of classroom learning and you started a waterfall a waterfall of opportunities here at BHS. And as your one collective drop hit the ground moving and became 37 little droplets in the community, you carved your way into a land of practical application, established streams that all of your succeeding graduates will follow and expand. Your rapid and very successful navigation of internships in the fields of business, education, criminal law, real estate, interior design, veterinary science, and engineering, just to name a few, started a deluge, a good deluge, such that 62 students have elected to follow your lead and take that plunge into on-the-job learning just like you did. I think it's fitting to thank you. Your work this year was of great benefit to you, and perhaps even greater benefit to the students who will follow you. They will leave Bourne High School like you are leaving, more prepared to join the workforce, more prepared to declare a major or make appropriate post-high school plans, more knowledgeable about responsibilities in your chosen field, and more aware of what it takes to be a productive member of your community. You are also leaving here after starting this waterfall, knowing how crucial it is to find a path that you enjoy and that your life's work becomes a vocation and not just a job. Now that you are armed with all this awareness, I wish you the best, and again, I thank you for your risk-taking, your buoyancy during this first internship year, and your leading what will be a good torrent of future internship experiences at BHS.
So as we transition into the second part, I'd like for all of our interns who are already standing to remain standing, and if you're not, to please stand up just so that we can see you before you head out. A round of applause for our welcome up to the table our 5 students who are going to go into education.
Christine, Ms. Hogan, Ava Grableski, Summer Walshenoff, and Madison Sexton. So you guys can
So the idea for an educator signing is very much like you would see when a student is accepted into a Division I athletic program, or something that we really want to applaud. So the Commissioner of Education, Jeffrey Riley, said we need to have signings for future educators because this is a really big deal. They're choosing to come into our career. That's really important. So I'd like to take a few moments to give you a few words. I don't know if they're of wisdom. And then we have a few things to give you, and then we'll also hear directly from someone from the Department of Ed. So congratulations on your decision to pursue a career in education. There's an old adage that states that teaching is the one profession that creates all other professions. When you choose to go into teaching, you're choosing to shape the lives of countless young people and the future of our society. Many teachers say they feel a calling right from the start for the profession, while others state that their choice kind of evolved along the way after segueing through multiple different career choices. My journey was a little bit of a meandering one. I started in preschool. My mom was a preschool teacher for a really long time, even had one in our house, so I was always a teacher, even from being about this big. And then I decided I was going to be on Broadway. So I actually started my major as a music theater major. Transitioned into music therapy, which was a wonderful career. I did that for a bit. And then I decided I don't want to be a music teacher. And the rest is history. So I kind of took that meandering path. So I do encourage you to stretch out and see all the possibilities. You might not know what they are right now, but keep that calling close to your heart for working with young children. As you progress through college and join the ranks of the inspiring educators who you have in school, I hope that you find as much purpose and joy in your days as I find in mine serving as a superintendent in Bourne. There'll be many moments that will be difficult on your journey, but the moments that are great will outweigh those by far. Because the moments that are great are awesome. So I do hope you keep that with you. In your little letters that I gave you, just to commemorate the day, you have, someone can take it out, you have a little starfish in a little package, and this was the same thing that we gave to all of our teachers this year for Teacher Appreciation. And on it is this poem. If you haven't heard the starfish story, you're about to hear it now. It's one of my favorite, and everyone knows that. The Starfish Story by Lauren Isley. One day a man was walking along the beach when he noticed a boy picking up and gently throwing things into the ocean. Approaching the boy, he asked, "Young man, what are you doing?" "Throwing starfish back into the ocean. The sun is out, the surf is up, and the tide's going out. They'll surely die if they stay here, if I don't put them back." The man laughed to himself and said, "Do you realize there are miles and miles of beach and hundreds and thousands of starfish? You can't possibly make a difference." After listening politely, the boy bent down to pick up another starfish, threw it into the ocean, and said, "I made a difference for that one." And that's what I hope you keep with you. Please keep your little starfish close to you and know that every day you're making a difference. You might not ever know the impact, but every day you'll make a difference. Thank you for choosing our career. And now to close out our program, again, before you see all of the great work that the senior interns have done, I'd like to welcome to the podium Ms. Jamie Camacho, who is the Director of Special Education Planning and Policy for the Department of Education. Along my journey, she was a principal in the same school district where I was a fine arts director, and we enjoyed many years working together. So when I knew we needed someone to come here and commemorate this first ever event, she said, "Sure, Terry." So please welcome her to Bourne and up to our podium.
Good evening, everybody. I'm proud to be here. I have to say that I only live just on the other side of the bridge, so it's really great to be in my own community here. On behalf of the Commissioner, congratulating all the interns, and I'm particularly proud to be here to welcome all of you to your next journey to be educators. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about my career. I started as an elementary school teacher. I always knew I wanted to teach, but I didn't really know what else I wanted to do after that. I thought I was going to be in the classroom forever. And then I had this opportunity to become a principal over with Dr. Quinlan Joe, and she was the fine arts director at that time, and I became principal. And I never thought that it was something I really wanted to do, but I realized that I had the opportunity at that point to impact more students, more families, continue learning, teachers, the community, and it was a great thing for me because I definitely learned and I grew more, and that's one of the things I'm going to encourage you, always learning and growing as educators, right? Because we want to make sure kids are learning and growing too. Along the way after that, I kind of meandered a little bit too. I ended up at the Department of Correction for 6 years as superintendent of schools, someplace I never thought I was going to end up, but certainly we all end up in different places because we feel that calling, a couple people mentioned, and that was something that I felt was my calling, looking at an opportunity to give back to our community for offenders that are going to come back and live in my neighborhood and yours, and I want to make sure that they have the tools to be successful. And later after that, I ended up at the Department of Correction, at the Department of Ed, and now I oversee special education planning and policy. So now I have the opportunity to really influence students across the entire state, which I never thought I'd have that either. So I'm so proud to be here. I wish you all luck. It's really important that we have really smart, hard-working people that are interested in being educators because you're going to have the opportunity to impact so many different people. Look at all the people in the room. Look at all the internships, and you're going to have students in your classrooms that are going to grow up to be firefighters, police officers, scientists, maybe more teachers, right? But so much of a wide variety that you're going to be able to influence families, your community, and I'm proud every day to say that I'm still a teacher. I say always a teacher, right? You don't forget those certain things, and hopefully you're going to have a career that's going to be full of really wonderful memories and things that you're going to feel like you really made a difference. So congratulations. Thank you so much for having me here. Thank you for inviting me, and I hope you'll invite me back. Since, of course, this is just close to home to me, so thank you.
So
program, I'd like to ask Ms. Strode to come back up. We're going to do an official signing. We have actual pens, things to sign, so please open up your packets. All right. So in there, I believe we have, someone can hold it up for us. It's a little certificate. And I'll read it so that people can see. This is a letter of intent. On this 9th day of May, 2023, the Bourne Public Schools educators and staff celebrate your commitment to education as you embark on the next stage of your academic journey. You have selected a profession that has a direct impact on the future. A teacher affects eternity. One can never tell where the influence stops. Henry B. Adams. We congratulate, and there's each of your names there, as you commit to, and your university is there, with an intended major of, and then it's there. So if you wouldn't mind, I would like you to read where you're going and your intended major. Would you do that for us? And then
I'm going to the University of Massachusetts Lowell with the major of special education. I'm going to Dean College and double majoring in musical theater and secondary education. I'm going to St. Anselm College and my major is elementary education. I'm going to the University of New Hampshire and my major is elementary education.
And Ava Grobleski is going to the University of Massachusetts Amherst with an intended major of elementary education. Let's congratulate all of them. So that concludes our speaking program. And I believe all of our interns are now going to go over to their tables, and we're going to really enjoy hearing from you.
Hi, I'm Shayla. I had the Bourne Police Station internship. A few words about it. It was awesome. I think everyone should try it. Definitely the juniors coming to become seniors. 62 kids. I think a bunch of them should definitely try it out. It was awesome.
Hi, my name is Owen Surratt and I intern at Brookside Golf Club, and I would like to thank Ms. Strode for giving us this opportunity, and also the head pro at Brookside, Chris Gill.
My name is Allison Bainey and I did internship for nursing over at the Bourne Intermediate School. So I actually worked with school nurse Miss Eason and the adjustments counselors, and yeah, it was really awesome. I got a lot of exposure and it definitely helped because I wasn't just seeing nursing, I was also seeing how kids are with their feelings, and it was really awesome.
So I'm Brooke Lude. I interned with the Bourne Public Schools physical therapist. So I went back and forth between the elementary and the intermediate school, and we spent a lot of time working with the kids who didn't have all the development that the rest of the kids at their age did, whether it was participating in gym class as much as they could, or even just at recess, and we just worked with them to help catch up to the other kids.
My name is Megan Rhodes. My internship is occupational therapy. I got to experience OT between all ages of the school, all 4 schools. I really got to experience what it's like to be an OT, and I'm really glad that I got this opportunity because now I definitely want to pursue a career in occupational therapy.
Hi, my name is Grace Pickwick. I'm a senior at Bourne High School, and for my internship, I did real estate at the Realty Cape Cod. My mentor was Paul Forsberg, and I learned all the behind the scenes of real estate that I wouldn't have known otherwise through doing the internship, so it was really great to learn the background information. I learned all about the flood zone, since we do live in Bourne, Massachusetts, and how it does affect the insurance costs and all that stuff. And I also learned about things that I didn't think that I would need to know about, like septic tanks and all that stuff. I also worked on marketing, so I designed a holiday card that we sent out to potential clients just to remind them that we are in the office and always available. Huge thank you to Paul Forsberg for all the help.
My name is Kristen Nee. I intern at Bourne Middle School, and I'm a senior at Bourne High School.
So this is a lot of pictures from my internship at the middle school.
I worked with Mrs. Salgado, who is the chorus and general music teacher, and she also does the directing for Little Mermaid, which was their musical this year. I got to do some stage management with that and makeup and hair and costume design, which was really awesome. I got to work with the kids a lot in the classroom, like one-on-one, to work on projects and learning new music, which I absolutely loved. And it really helped me kind of solidify that I wanted to teach theater eventually. So I'll be going to Dean in the fall to just pursue that.
My name is Summer Washua, and this year I spent my year at Bourne Intermediate School with Mrs. Gilbert in 3rd grade, and I really had an absolute blast this year. I've learned so much. I've learned how to do my own lesson plans. I've really learned to it also helps me a lot with public speaking, because speaking in front of a classroom, you have to be loud. We spent a lot of time just basic 3rd grade stuff like grammar and things like that. Over the summer, I also did interned with Mrs. Golden in 4th grade for summer school, and that was right before this internship started. So it was a nice warm up, a nice transition going into 3rd grade, and I think I definitely like 3rd grade a little bit more than the 4th graders. Yes, I'm so excited to continue my education into being a teacher.
I'm going to Bourne Community College in Florida. Hi, my name is Victoria Tropiano, and my internship was at the Bourne Intermediate School, and I had done the adjustment guidance counseling internship. I loved it. It really helped me solidify what I wanted to do and the type of children I wanted to work with. We learned a lot about self-regulation. We learned about anger management. We learned so much, and not only the kids learned more, I learned a lot, and I loved it. I'm going to be going to Hillsborough Community College in the fall to pursue that. I'm going to be going into psychology as my major, and then I'm going to be going into deaf studies and ASL for my minor.
My name is Madison Sexton. I interned at the intermediate school. I worked alongside Miss O'Hara at 4th grade, and I really loved my experience working with the kids, and I'm going into elementary education in college. My name is Hannah Wenzel, and I interned at Mass Maritime Academy with the sports information director there. At Mass Maritime, I got to learn how rankings of certain athletic teams worked, certain players worked. I also worked with their sports marketing program a little bit, so I learned how they market their athletes, making TikToks, dressing up in the mascot costume, and I also got to interview coaches and players. So I got to experience sports broadcasting from every angle, which is great.
I'm Olivia Turner. I worked with veterinary sciences at Firehouse Veterinary Clinic. There I learned how to draw blood, give vaccines, and properly handle animals for everyone's safety. In the fall, I will be going to New England Institute of Technology for their vet tech program. A lot of them, when I was there, we got a lot of new kittens and puppies. So it was their first time, and I got to learn how they made it so that first experience is good for the puppies, and so they're not scared of the pets.
I'm Anne-Marie Strode. I'm the School to Career Coordinator here at Bourne High School. I'm so grateful to have the students here showcasing their work as interns over the past year. We have 37 interns this year, and it's just been an amazing experience all around. I think that this kind of work, getting students engaged in the community in work-based learning, helps them to see themselves not only in the coursework that they take here at Bourne High School, but to see themselves in life after they leave these four walls. And I could not be more proud of these interns. They were the first cohort of students, and I look forward to future years, and they've really set the program off in the right direction, and I couldn't be more proud of them. I think that doing something different is always exciting. You know, you try something new, and that's something that we talked a lot about, is taking these risks. In life, sometimes you have to take a risk, you're not sure, and they took this risk along with me. They rode this with me. We had not had a cohort like this before. We've had internships sporadically, but these students trusted the process, and they rode along right alongside me, and we're really excited and really proud to say that we have a little over 60 students signed up for next year. So I think that this work really speaks for itself. The students' enthusiasm for what their placements and the work that they were doing and seeing themselves in the work was so important. And you know, I couldn't be more proud than I am right now of them, because they, you know, the future interns really are standing on their shoulders. You know, I said it earlier, and I truly mean it, that they're standing on the shoulders of giants, and our interns this year are giants. And they just had a phenomenal experience, and I'm just proud that they're able to show the community tonight all the hard work that they put in. And I would be remiss if I didn't thank our community partners. Their openness to take this on and to take our students in and share their knowledge and to share their experiences has been amazing. And it's just been a credit to our community. And I grew up in Bourne. I went to Bourne High School. I'm a Canalman through and through. And to be a part of it now as an educator means everything to me. And I'm just glad that our students here at Bourne High School can share in those experiences and be part of our community as a whole.
Ben Offwood. I interned with the Bourne Police Department. Basically what we did was, like, we started off with an introduction to law, and then we learned what it looks like to be a cop and what it's like to be in law enforcement and everyday life of a cop, so it was pretty cool. We did some ride-alongs towards the end, and we saw really what it was like to be a cop. So it was a really cool experience, and I highly recommend it to everyone else.
Really, I couldn't pick a better group of students to kick off this internship opportunity with. The class of 2023 is a unique and diverse group, and I feel as though they've just taken the bull by the horns and really run with this. The different types of internships and experiences that they've had have just been an opportunity that we haven't afforded our students prior to this, and I love it when they come back and they share with us our experience. So for example, we had a few students who went with the Bourne Police Department, and they did a ride-along the night before, and the next morning one of them was telling me all about it, which was great. But what was even better was a few weeks later I was talking to another student, and they're actually a junior, but they were talking about senior year, and they were discussing with me the opportunity to possibly do an internship. So I was giving them some information and asking them to connect with Anne-Marie Strode about that. And I asked what they're interested in, and they said, I'm really interested in law enforcement. And I said, oh, did you know we had some students most recently that went on this ride-along at night with the Bourne Police Department. They said it was just an amazing opportunity, and that student knew all about it. And even though that student doesn't run with the same circle of friends or, you know, engage with them in any other way, they had heard this story and they were just really intrigued, and I think that sparked their interest. So hearing the experiences that these students are having and how unique they are and diverse they are, I think is generating excitement with the younger students. So again, I think the more that they're able to share that with other students and with teachers, the more we're able to share that as well. So, and just generate more and more excitement. So I'm really excited to have it at Bourne High School. I think it's a great opportunity, and it's just another way to really celebrate the Bourne advantage.
Hi, my name is Victoria Flaherty. I did a marketing and advertising internship at Mass Maritime.
I did it with their lacrosse coach, Michaela Correa, and I got to learn about social media marketing and how they market themselves to schools and other students. And I got to learn a lot of the lacrosse team and take pictures and videos at games and just confirmed what I want to do next year. I'm very excited.
My name is Kendall Fortin. I did my internship at Firehouse Vet Clinic. We got to observe a lot about what they did. I got to see a lot of surgeries. It was really cool seeing like what they did and how they did it.
Hi, I'm Ariel Caparelli, and I intern at Bourne Middle School with another intern as well. And we would just go to school a few times a week for about an hour, hour and a half, and get to know the kids that were coming in and help them out. And we learned a lot about the nursing. I loved it. I really enjoyed my intern and all the kids that came in, and I just think it was a good experience. My name is Mary Dario Rollins, and I did a business internship at Chris Mark & Sons Landscaping, and I found the office just to be so exciting because there were so many different aspects that really played a key part in what a business is all about, and it just really it's gonna really benefit me in the future because it showed me like all the planning and the numbers and how many different people really you need to make a business work.
Hi, my name's Mia DePaula, and I did a business internship at CMS Landscaping. We got to sit in on some forecast meetings, figuring out the budget and all of that stuff, and what is most important to least important in the moment. We also met with the head chamber of commerce of Bourne, Miss Oliva, and we got to talk to her about her experiences growing up into a business and how she took charge as a woman in business and how important it is to be a woman in business. It was very inspirational to talk with her after, especially after we had this internship, because we got to learn all like the statistical stuff and all the money and all the overhead costs, but then we got to apply it and we got to see how she developed as a person.
And I worked with the Realty Cape Cod for my internship, and it was a really good experience. I worked with Mr. Forsberg, who was amazing. We went to the office every day and visited him, and he kind of just gave us the ins and outs and a lot of stuff that you wouldn't consider had to deal with real estate, and it was really a lot of fun, and it made you realize that you need a lot of connections and it's a good experience, and I think I'm going to continue with it after graduation and get my license and take real estate classes. And he offered a course that he teaches, and he also said that I always can come back, so it was a really good experience and I'm happy to work with him.
My name's Owen Beals. I interned with the Bourne Police Department, and it was a really great experience because I got to see what it was like to be a police officer. It's not something I want to do, but I do want to enter the law, so that helped me out, and it will help me further in my future, I think.
My name is Ty Healy. For my internship, I work with Timothy Roach Landscaping. I would leave school, go right to the job site, help them do cleanups, mow grass. I would deliver materials to the job site, and it was overall a great experience. I got paid for it, and that's my normal job. So after school ends, I'm gonna go work full time with them.
I did an internship over at Mass Maritime with Chris Berry. I did the athletic training program. It was a very great experience. It really helped me understand that I actually did want to go into that profession. I had always thought that I wanted to go into some sort of sports medicine, and working with Chris Berry actually really helped me figure out that I actually wanted to pursue that pathway. I got to work with a lot of the athletes when the time let us. We got out of school, went over to the academy and helped with some of the athletes in the recovery plan, and Chris Berry showed me around with all the tapings, all the different aspects of athletic training. It's not really a lot of sitting around and watching sports. There's a lot more that goes into it. So he taught us a lot about that. I got a lot of knowledge. I thought taping was just a whole bunch of medical tape and pre-wrap, but there's actually a lot more that goes into it. There's victory tape, there's, I forget some of the other tapings that he had told me about, but definitely got a little bit out of that because I thought there was only 2 sets of tapes. He put me in a whirlpool, which is like an ice bath, so that I could feel the actual temperature of all of that. He told me that I needed to feel what I was doing with the athletes. He did stim and ultrasound on my quad to have me feel what that felt like, which it honestly just felt like a whole bunch of little pins tickling me. So that was really cool to see how it felt, actually. So yeah, it was really fun. I really enjoyed the opportunity.
My name is Zachary Dodge. I work as an intern at Northeast Dirt Bike LLC, working on dirt bikes, doing anything from rebuilding motors, adjusting suspension settings for riders, changing tires, air filters, oil changes, just about anything you could ever need. So I brought with me today an exhaust pipe from a bike that I just took apart. I showed some people a little demonstration on how to almost renew the exhaust pipe, where you see it's all rusty here. You know, it's all cleaned up. Just use a Scotch brake pad and some WD-40 and a little bit of elbow grease. That's how you get it looking nice. Right here we have some forks off a dirt bike that I was just working on. Soon these will be revalved and have new fork oil inside of them. And right here we have the motor off the bike that I just took out of the frame. Pretty soon it's going to have the cylinder taken off to do a new top end, and you're ready to ride in no time. I'd grown up around bikes, I raced bikes, but I didn't know too much about the internal workings of a motor. So Jeremiah, who's the name of the owner over at the dirt bike shop, he asked me as soon as I got this internship, what do you want out of this? And I just said knowledge. And I'll argue with anybody that he's the best dirt bike mechanic on all of Cape Cod and maybe even New England. So he'd tell me a lot, lots of nice little tricks here and there that I'd never even thought about.
My name is Alex Soli, and I interned at Mass Maritime with the sports information director, and over there we did social media marketing, and we posted videos on TikTok and Instagram, looked at all the different accounts of the conference that Mass Maritime is in for all the different sports, did little projects, did data entry for different sports teams and stuff like that. It made me love, I didn't know if I would like marketing, and I liked it a lot. And next fall I'm going to University of Tampa and doing sports management, so it made me want to like the marketing aspect and then also the sports aspect.
I'm Craig Hill. I did the Bourne Police Department internship. A little bit about my internship, I would just go there weekly, and we'd go over and we'd be doing classwork. We'd be in the Milo simulator, which is basically a big simulation, depending on how you'd react lawfully to situations, anywhere from a DUI to an active shooter. I'd be getting my CPR certification at the high school, or I was doing high-risk motor vehicle stops, and then I ended off my experience with the ride-along. That was probably my best experience. It really taught me what people look like on the road when officers are around, what they react like, what people are doing when they see that, so you know what not to do. That was probably my biggest takeaway was the ride-along and the CPR certification. That's something I can carry with the rest of my life.